Eduardo Camavinga's story at Real Madrid has always felt like a film in slow motion. Bursts of genius, the heavy expectation that comes with a Bernabeu shirt, and now a quieter, more worrying chapter where the headlines are no longer about what he could do, but whether Madrid is using him at all. He arrived as a teenager with a buzz that suggested he could anchor the midfield for years. The club tied him down until 2029 because they believed in a long-term future together. Yet this season has produced a statistic that reads like a punchline: 9 minutes of competitive action. For a player still only 22 and entering a crucial phase of his career ahead of the next World Cup cycle, 9 minutes is more than a number. It's an alarm bell. What explains that number? A mixture of unfortunate timing, injuries that interrupted his momentum, and a managerial approach that has rotated heavily. Xabi Alonso has made choices that prioritize balance and tactical stability, but that same rotation or cautious approach can leave a versatile youngster watching from the bench and questioning his trajectory. When a player once hailed for fearlessness and range finds himself on the periphery, the natural reaction is to seek a fresh start, especially when the international calendar looms and minutes matter for selection and development. Sources close to the player suggest Camavinga is at that crossroads. Stay and fight for minutes at one of the world's most demanding clubs, or accept an offer that guarantees a starring role somewhere else. Enter the Premier League and the whisper that has already become a chorus. Oh. Reports linking Newcastle United and other big English clubs to Camavinga have gained traction, insisting the Frenchman is open to a Premier League move. For Newcastle, backed by deep financial resources, the logic is simple: buy quality, buy young, and give him the pitch time to grow into a centrepiece of their midfield. Observers point out the arithmetic. A player now widely valued near the €60 million mark is affordable to clubs with ambition and capital, and Camavinga's profile, age, technical range and international pedigree, ticks every box a Premier League suitor could want. Those reports also underline a truth about modern football transfers: opportunity often follows uncertainty, and when a top club isn't using a young star, well-resourced rivals circle like hawks. Real Madrid's stance complicates the story. Officially, the club has him tied down with a contract through 2029, and there has been no public intent to let him go cheap. The fee they paid in 2021, roughly €31 million plus add-ons, made Camavinga one of their shrewder young acquisitions, and financially the club stands to profit on any future sale. But clubs are also pragmatic. If a player pushes to leave and a serious bid arrives, even the most decorated institutions negotiate. The tug-of-war then becomes less about cash and more about timing, assurances, and whether the player's ambitions align with Madrid's short-term needs. For Camavinga, the question is personal and immediate. Where will he play enough to become the player he and Madrid once imagined? There's a wider ripple effect beyond one transfer. If Camavinga leaves, Madrid's midfield depth and tactical options shift. Jude Bellingham's integration, the balance with other central midfielders, and Alonso's rotation plans would all be reframed. For Newcastle, or whoever signs him, the arrival would be a statement, a fast-track investment into the team's core, and an argument that Premier League football remains the destination where young continental talent can relaunch stalled careers. And on the international stage, Camavinga's choice could influence his World Cup prospects. Steady minutes in England could solidify his place in France's plans, while intermittent appearances at Madrid might leave selectors uneasy. The stakes are high and the timeline is short. So where does this leave fans and neutrals? In the next weeks, we should expect increased noise, negotiated approaches, stern club responses, and possibly a push from the players' camp to secure clarity. Whether Camavinga stays to fight under Xabi Alonso or accepts a Premier League exit will tell us a lot about modern career management for elite young players and about how top clubs balance a duty to win now with the responsibility to develop tomorrow's stars. One thing is certain: a young midfielder who once looked destined to be the heart of Real Madrid is now the centre of a story that could reshape more than one club's season. Keep your eyes on the winter window, because when a talent this size is underused, everything else becomes transfer market theatre.